beautiful souls. I'm thrilled you're here to connect with the divine guidance of your angels. Imagine feeling the gentle, loving whispers of your angels guiding you every step of your life. If you're ready to experience that profound connection, book a personal reading at theangelmedium.com by clicking the Readings tab. For those eager to work daily with their angels, join my membership. Every month, we explore a new facet of angel communication through live weekly meetings on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Time. This isn't just about learning, it's experiencing healing and coming home to know your soul's truest path. And if you're ready to develop your spiritual gifts to the max, join my Angel Reiki School. You can go through the school in 2 ways. Whether you choose our enlightening online 8-week school starting on the 1st of each month, or join our immersive in-person school in OakBrook, Illinois from April 11th through the 13th, 2025, you'll gain the skills to become an angel messenger yourself. My school gives you the skills of mediumship, energy healing, and angel messages all at once. You can use these skills to start your own spiritual business or to grow your current career. Step into a life filled with angelic energy, transformation, and unstoppable abundance. Sign up today at theangelmedium.com or check the show notes to book a call with me to chat about which program would be best for you. Your journey with the angels begins now. Let's see what messages they have for you in today's show. Hello, beautiful souls. I'm here with Carrie today, and I've just walked her through my oneness meditation. I'm doing a reading for her today. And Carrie, I want to start out with this. The order in which, when I'm tuning into who's on your spirit team, the order in which they present themselves is special because it signifies their work and kind of their place on your spirit team. So when I tuned in at the very beginning, you and I were talking a little bit before this, I was tuning into this just really motherly energy on the other side, and it's both of your grandmas together. I also feel that there's a grandfather on the other side that you had a very special relationship with. And I also feel like there's an uncle on the other side that the grandparents, there's a son that was lost that's on the other side. He comes through on your spirit team. But your grandmas come through at the very front and foremost at the beginning. You had said at the beginning when we were pre-talking that you're really close to one grandma, not the other. But I want you to know that even if we weren't as close to them or didn't maybe ask all the questions or spend all of the time with them, there's still things that the angels always show are passed down through the DNA. And spending time, like when we're in prayer or meditation, talking even to our relatives on the other side that we didn't get to know as well here, helps to bring insight into our lives, because a lot of times the energies didn't just start with us in our lifetime, and a lot of times they don't end with us, that they're passed down. Even if, and this isn't you, but for people listening, even if we don't have children, you'll feel the energies in a reading that your life and DNA and everything, still there's information and wisdom there that gets passed down to nieces, nephews, other people in the family as that DNA continues. The grandmas both come forward, and the grandma that you knew, she just feels very warm and just a warm person, very open. She was an open book to you. You could talk about anything with her. And she still says that she's that way with you from the other side, that you could talk about anything with her. And she's always helping to bring through information. When I tuned into your angels, and you've got a lot of angels on your spirit team that wanted to step forward today, but I thought it was interesting that your guardian angel stepped forward first. And this is why a lot of times when our guardian angel steps forward first, we're in a year of more healing, more focused in on our own emotional, mental, this spiritual kind of healing space that we're in. Does that make sense and resonate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I asked your guardian angel, and it's interesting, we can have male, female, we can have multiple guardian angels, but I really felt like there's a male guardian angel who's been with you lifetime after lifetime. And he talked about you being a perfectionist and really wanting everybody to like you, and that there's some hurt and there's some pain in there, and maybe some past things that keep coming back around and playing for you like on a loop. And he had me write, wanting to be liked stops us from not only being who we are, but being who we need to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I feel like there's sometimes life is just going so fast, we have to take a beat and a breath and just pause before
Yeah.
we dive back into the deep end and keep swimming through all of the deep seas, right? And I feel like that's like this pause for you this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like lately, all of a sudden, it's once this year hit, I feel all of a sudden this like screeching halt. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you
Yeah.
don't normally feel that way, and it
No,
hasn't been
no,
that way.
no.
Right.
Because I'm always go, okay, one day after another. There's so much to do. I'm constantly busy. I don't have time for anything. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Okay, so you can take that energy, your guardian angel says, in two different ways. You can worry and you can have fear of, oh my God, is life operating differently for me now? Like, what's going to happen? Is everything going to be okay? Or you could more so go with the flow and the rhythm and the vibration that has come in, and just really find, and this is it, like a slowing down and ease, a purpose and into intention. And listen, I am not a nature person. I was a mall kid in the 80s and 90s. I am an indoor cat. Like I am an
Mhm.
indoor person. I got to tell you, everything within my cellular makeup, every vibration within me and surrounding me is like screaming for me to get outside and to just walk. And I don't really even want to be in an interior gym. I really am feeling this pull and this call to be outside more. And as I tuned into your vibrations, I felt that within you as well. That part of this slowing down, this healing process is including nature, getting into nature,
Mhm.
just feeling the vibrations of the earth, connecting more deeply. It's going to help you to stay in that vibration of oneness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been feeling or seeing that yourself?
I love outside and I love nature. So
Yeah.
it that sounds like refreshing to me. That sounds
Yeah.
healing to me. It does. So that
Yeah.
totally.
You know, I am not totally done with this, and those who are on YouTube can see it. But I was telling my angel members last night in a meeting that we were having that I do this really simple thing once every 3 months, but I think it's helped me so much more than I can even explain. Where
Mhm.
I just take my daughter's crayons or her art
That's
stuff,
awesome.
and I go through and I, like, for people who are watching on YouTube, I just have a single sheet of lined paper. And on the side, I write down the hours that I have in a day. Like I begin my day at 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, all the way down until the time that I go to bed. And my mind, the way that I've always operated is I feel like I can get so much more done in life than I actually can. And I end up taking on more than I can chew. When you're at school and you're like, I can do that PTA thing, and you're volunteering for this and you're volunteering for that. And so I go in and I kind of color code, what do I actually have time for? What do I have space for? And I revise it about every 3 months because it really helps me to see what I'm committing to and where I'm making space for it to actually come in and be part of my life. And one of the things that I really want to color code in is just walking outside and being in nature. So they said to show you this because to me, this is like the rhythm of my life, just like this color coded sheet. And if it's not on here, I'm not doing it. So they said, give it to you, like use that model for your life too.
Okay. I know I'm a big planner, live by my planner. And so I'm like, okay, I have to put everything in to make sure if it's not my planner, it doesn't get done. Like I forget. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so helpful for me with systems and planners. And I love that stuff. And so totally makes sense that it would help like my systems.
For sure. Now, Carrie, we
Yeah.
haven't done a reading before, have we?
Mm-mm, no.
Okay, I need you to know that as we're talking about this, the seraphim are completely coming in. And the seraphim angels, I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about this on the podcast. They actually tap souls on the other side and they ask us to come in for this lifetime. Now, that could be because we've got purpose, we have something that we need to share with humanity, but it can also be that we're traveling with the souls that we need to travel with. And there's this
Okay.
very deep connection that I felt when we were in meditation that you are here in part as well for the souls that you're traveling this life with. Do you have kids, Carrie?
So I have
Okay.
five, and
Okay.
seriously, I feel so, I cannot explain the deep connection with all five of them. I am
Yes.
so intertwined with their lives, and that's a part of something that I struggle with is like trying to separate myself
Yeah.
with them. As a mom,
Yeah.
especially, it's hard, but even just being a mom, but I just feel like an extra sort of connection that I'm like, man, this is crazy. But yeah.
It is. That's what I mean. And I think that when you talk about the seraphim, it's not always one reason, right? Like you are meant to be here because your vibration, your wisdom, your knowledge as a soul itself is needed in this time here and now. But you're also, that's what they were showing me, that you have these very deep connections to your kids, to your partner that are very
Mhm.
much needed in this lifetime because they need you here too. Do you have the daughter who's college aged?
Yeah, I have three college dates kids.
Okay.
One just started college literally this week, and another
Okay.
one is 22, but she's not in college, but she is college age.
Okay.
So,
Who just started college this week?
yeah, so she's my 18-year-old. She is the one that is most deeply connected to me
Yeah.
on her side as well
Yes.
as on my side, but she's very like separation anxiety connected. Yeah.
For sure. Now, this happens a lot. Like, people, as I'm starting to do more sessions on the podcast, people hear when I talk about you do enough of these sessions and certain threads that the angels just tend to talk about. These are threads that happen with a majority of people that we need to understand better. And you have a tendency for the angels to come in and talk about kids who are so meant to be here. The seraphim here has them planted here for specific service purpose. They're here to change the world. And yet, to everybody else in their life, they are outgoing. You wouldn't think that they're shy. You wouldn't think that they have a problem with confidence. They are just, they light up a room. They're amazing souls. And yet, these are the souls that are the most highly sensitive within. and really only have the courage to be that for the world, because oftentimes mama is like a outlet, like they're able to charge up through you, get their
Yeah.
courage, get their purpose, get their fuel from you, and then they can go present to the world
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah. Totally.
But they're very highly sensitive, and you would not often see that. That's her. Okay. That's one part of it. The seraphim have this completely other thing. You know how, as mamas, a lot of times we want to be like, watch out, even as they get older, watch out for this, or this is the way I tried it in the past, and this is how it worked out. Not
Yes.
where we're trying to control them, but I think sometimes to our kids, it might come off as controlling.
Mhm.
With her, your job is to give her that wisdom without any control restrictions
Mhm.
and let her fly, because her job in this lifetime is to push any and every limit, any and every boundary. That is what people who are trailblazing the way are meant to do, right? There is no way that's been built in the past. So they have to push well beyond what's been created in this lifetime to forge
Mhm.
a path forward where the way and the vibration hasn't gone before. Oftentimes, the angels show me like a jungle, and you have one of those big machetes. And
Yeah.
the reason that the seraphim have them here and now is energetically, they are the vibration that's needed. And as they work through just everything in the way our society is right now, their energy is the machete, and their actions are trailblazing, cutting that path forward for everybody else who's going to come behind them.
That
Okay.
is crazy. I've been told this, and she's been told that she is here for huge, incredible things. She's
Mm-hmm.
been told that. And I've been
Yeah.
told that, and I fully believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's other people who put limitations on her, and to her, what that feels like is like somebody coming in and putting bricks on your head, right? Like not allowing you to grow. You don't
Mm-hmm.
do that with her. You give her some things to watch out for, which is what I was saying before, but
Hmm.
that's good. She needs to have some understanding of things, but you really don't try and control her. And
Hmm.
that's what she needs. You're there for her to talk to bounce things off of. And I'm going
Sure.
to keep saying this on the podcast until people get it, because a lot of people who listen to the show are the very highly empathic, compassionate people. This isn't them, but there are people out there in the world who, have you ever heard a person be like, I sat there with so and I talked to them for an hour about this, and then they didn't take any advice that I gave them. And so I'm never offering my advice again. And I'm like, never, never. I am never giving my advice. I can't believe that they didn't take my advice. That is putting bricks on another person's head.
Yeah. You can
That
feel,
is trying to control them.
yeah, and they know that and they can feel that and they're not going to want to talk
Yeah,
to you again.
right, right. So she is the one where her angels just keep putting this on blast and repeat. Just get out of her way and clear the way for other people to get out of her way. And this is where this is going to come up in the future. You have a larger family. The
Hmm.
family is very well connected. There are certain people within the family who are very opinionated, and who are those, I gave her the advice, but she didn't listen to me. Your job is to clear the path in front of her, because for any successful person to be successful, they have to try 100 things, and 80 might fail
Yeah.
miserably, but 20 succeed. And the 20 is all that is needed to trailblaze that way in front of her. There's sometimes in families this back talking, back channels of communication, and she's really highly sensitive to that.
Yeah, totally.
So helping keep the dynamics very high level, not in the immediate family. Your immediate family is so soulful and beautiful, but just in the extended family and just totally being her encourager, which you do such a great job at, cheerleading her, is going to help her get where she needs to be. And also showing her that she's not bad or wrong for making mistakes or getting things wrong, that she has to probably get 80 things wrong to get 20 right.
Yeah.
And that isn't doing things wrong. That is finding the right way. That's all that is.
Yeah. Learning her path and where she's supposed to go. Yeah.
1,000,000,000%. I have a odd question for you. Do you work with younger kids in your work? What is it that you do for work?
So it's really crazy, but we just bought a second business a year ago.
Okay.
And for my son to learn how to run a business. He's 20 and we were like, okay, you can either go to college or we can take that money and buy a business and you can learn how to run it. So I look over this business and he's 20 and then nobody over the age of 22 works there.
Amazing.
Like they're all between 17 and like 22. And then it's me just trying to figure it out. And so I don't know if that matches, but that's what it is. And I'm trying, I don't know. That's where I'm really struggling right now.
Let's talk about it, because I asked about your career and what they had me put down is younger kids and work. And so to us, 17 could be younger kids, right?
40 could be younger kids. You don't know.
So what is the business exactly? I think this is the coolest idea.
If you're searching for a community where you can share your beliefs openly, connect with kindred spirits, and feel truly supported, you're exactly where you need to be. My programs are more hands-on and unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Let's explore our upcoming events. In March, our membership topic of the month is exploring all spiritual gifts and how the world needs you. In this course, you'll learn all about the different types of spiritual gifts, what they are, and discover what kind of gifts you might have. This course is designed to help you understand what type of healer you might become and how you could use your gifts to make this world a better place. Then in April, we're diving into a new membership topic called Be Your Own Angel Messenger. I'll be teaching you how to receive angel messages for yourself on demand, anytime, anywhere, so you can navigate your life with a clear, divine roadmap, always at hand. And in May, members are doing an exciting 21-day Money Miracle Challenge, a journey designed to help you open new doors of prosperity and abundance in your life. Trust me, you won't want to miss these transformative experiences for members only. And don't forget, if you're ready to elevate your spiritual gifts to their fullest potential, whether to enhance your current career, enrich your personal life, or build your own spiritual business, join my Angel Reiki School. You can opt for our enlightening online 8-week course starting on the 1st of every month, or immerse yourself in our in-person session in OakBrook, Illinois from April 11th to the 13th, 2025, complete with online access. Step into a realm of angelic energy, profound clarity, and embrace limitless possibilities. Sign up today at theangelmedium.com. And for more details, check the show notes to book a call with me, Julie, to talk about how this program can unleash your hidden gifts and transform your path into one of soulful abundance.
Okay, so it's costumes, Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is it also came with another business that's pool parts and pool supplies, and it's all under one umbrella. And so it's like really busy in the summer with pool parts, and then it dies down, and then it's really busy in the fall for costumes. And
Yeah.
so we have this huge warehouse here locally, and we sell all over the world. That's what it is. But it's like we wanted it to be for my son and for a family business. So all my kids go over there and work, but it was mainly for him. So yeah, that's a little bit of the back story, but
Amazing. 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 Okay. Total opposite from your daughter are the energies and the people who don't have an easy time thinking outside of the lines unless you show them how to do it. And with your son who runs the business, what I want you to keep reiterating over and over again to him, and this is, I kept feeling like you have one grandpa that you were very close to here. He's very close to this son also. He steps forward to the front of the son's spirit team. And he keeps showing me that he wants you to reiterate that there are things that people need, right? And that this world is going to be changing incredibly fast over the next 20 years. And your son's job, part of his job, is to think outside of the box and to see the parallels of what people need, because these aren't going to be the first and only businesses that he runs. There's other stuff that's going to come up. Just from a dopamine perspective, I don't think that we can do one thing for forever because we get bored with it and we need growth and evolution. So
and that was
this
my kind of worry with him. Okay, because it's only been a year, but he has said, I don't want to do this forever. Like, I want to find my passion. I want to do what I want to do. He's learning a lot. And so I know he's going to go places. Like, he's incredible, but he is completely opposite of my daughter. And so
yes.
working with that. And so is this what he should be doing right now? Am I supposed to be taking over? Where is this business even going to go? All of these questions.
Okay, so I can't know it. All I can give you is what they show me, and they're very clear, the angels, about this. I have this problem too. It's your daughter's energy of just sometimes I can't help myself. I don't like surface level conversations. And so I almost dive too deep in with people too fast.
Love it.
And yes, but we give ourselves permission to just go there to those places right from the get-go. Your son needs permission to go to those places. So your son's brain works in a way where unless you tell him over and over again, people have different things that they need from a business. Your biggest job as a business owner is not just to anticipate those needs, but to see what they need before they need it themselves and to create it. Because if he follows that, it's going to show him, and grandpa will be working with him his entire life to help him create new ventures that meet those needs. Now, here's the other thing when it comes to your son, and I love your family's energy because not everybody supports their kids, or not everybody has the means to support their kids in this way.
We've been so blessed to be able to do that.
Yeah, and no shame. This is amazing. But your grandfather keeps saying it only takes one great business idea to strike it big.
Yeah.
And so with your son, there is this kind of wheels turning in the back of his head where if you keep telling him to look out for people's needs, something's going to strike. Like lightning is going to strike in the future. He's going to create something that he's going to end up selling. And I also don't believe in business that you have to do one thing for forever. Like, this is my passion. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. But if he gets something up and going and then sells it, and he can take that money and create other things off of it, he can create the beautiful life that he's going to want for his family one day. That's okay too.
Awesome. That's so awesome. Because we have another business that did succeed, and it is incredible, and that my husband runs, and he sees his dad and I want that. When he just has this drive, this entrepreneurial spirit that his dad has, and I know you can do it. You're totally going to do this, bud. It's awesome. And so we want to support him in that and love him in that. Is go for it.
Yeah, for sure. And business owners talk about that all the time, that they start a business and then 5 years later, the need of the customer has changed, that what they needed at the beginning isn't what they need now. Yes. Yes. And so that's the one piece that I feel like your son is really missing. And your son is somebody too who has to really see the why behind it before it clicks and it makes sense. So if you keep saying it on repeat over and over to him, he's going to get it. And then that moment is going to come where he's like, everybody needs this and nobody's talking about it. And that's when he's going to go out and create the company that he'll sell one day.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And so he's supposed to stay on this trajectory until that happens for him. Yeah. And we just don't know how long. Yeah.
And he's learning how to manage people. That's a really hard thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Talk about perfectionism and wanting to be liked. You can't have any of that when you are working with. Yeah.
You just don't know what each day is going to bring. One day it's awesome and everyone's doing great. And the next day everything's going to crap. You just don't know.
Yes. Yes.
But I know. And then my question is like, where do I fit in with all of that? Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple of different things that your angels really want you to know, and they just don't want you to know it. I really want you to take what I'm going to say next and just really feel it in the physical body, bring the energies inside. You might have heard me talk about on the podcast where there's red light energy where you're thinking, nope, this is not for me. I know this is a hard no. And then there's energies where you're like, green light, yes, this is my direction. I can't wait. Let's go. The hardest energy to be in, especially with your spirit and your personality, Carrie, is the yellow light energy, because it's just so frustrating. You're like, give me something to do, God, and I'll go do it. But if you push the red or the green too fast, that's when we keep going in circles. Give yourself some time and some space to really focus on yourself this year and replenishing your energy, researching some stuff, turning over some stones, trying some new things. I do feel like there's a venture that you're going to go into. You don't have it fully formulated within your own mind because you're picking a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and you're going to start your own thing. But it's very soulful. It's very spiritual. You're crafting it. You do have a lot of healer energy yourself, but I don't feel like you know exactly which way you want to take it. Most people wait for energies to be brought to them, not having the understanding that we have to put ourselves in the situations and the experiences where new energies lie in order to get what we need and to learn what we need to know. So as soon as you start trying some new things, researching some new things, talking to people about different avenues, that's where the energy is that has the answers you seek.
So in more like more like a spiritual direction is what you're saying? Just like a spiritual healing type of direction, or?
Yeah, there's a couple of different things and energies that I can see you playing with yourself within your own mind. You've done so much for so long with the kids, with your husband's business, to help your son get this business up and set up. And the kids are at this point where you can see a time in your future where you have more energy and time yourself to do what really calls to you. And so the angels are using this next year to help you get really clear on what that is. And sometimes, like when I tune into your energy, I can pull energies from past sessions of what the angels have shown me. There's two things that keep coming up for you. One is people who have wanted to go more into wellness, and they set up more of a localized wellness center in their town or their area. I feel like maybe that's something that you've thought of, and it could even be something like more like beauty related too. I'm not sure that's really the way that you want to go. And I think that you've stopped yourself because you don't know if you want to be tied to a local brick and mortar store. I see your spirit really wanting to have time freedom. So when you have a brick and mortar store, you have to be there and you have to be monitoring things and you have to be running it. And there's a part of
Yeah, because we actually tried like a little pop-up store with the costumes, and I got a taste of what it's like to be in a location, and it is so hard. And so I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it, right? And that's where I ended right with the season, and I'm just like so tired, and I literally had a little bit of a breakdown, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But before I did that, I actually was a Pilates practitioner, Pilates instructor, and I would help like people in the studio rehab, and I love it. And I had to stop to help my son. And so I'm just like, this is where and I don't take time for myself. So I'm just like, I feel like I have got to slow down and stop and figure out what I'm doing.
Okay, so I want you to see what your angels are saying. I would say your angels are using the word that describes what your spirit feels about the brick and mortar as soul sucking, right? Like it's sucking the life out of your energy. And that's not what you want to do. But sometimes we get into a one track mentality of if it's not that way, then what is it? Or could I do anything at all? And they want you to know, yes, absolutely. There's a totally different way to configure this, where I could even see you having a Pilates studio out of your house or your property and having people more come to you so that you could set the time. And I could also see you incorporating different methods, energy methods into the Pilates itself. And
That would be an incredible way to help people heal and to bring them
absolutely.
together in a holistic way. It would be incredible.
Yeah, I've done experiments before, not with Pilates, but with massage. On if you go to get massages from people who don't do energy work with it versus getting massages and people are doing the energy healing as the massage is going, you get a completely different experience. And because I've been going to Pilates for the year, I really have had that in the back of my mind. We'll have to talk offline because I have a
You've
couple
been
of
going to Pilates?
Yes, I love it. It's the only form of movement besides walking where I'm like, I'm in love.
Yes, it's incredible. Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. There's something that I want to say, but I don't want to say it in front of everybody because I think it's a really good idea, business idea.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, Carrie, that is the gist of everything. Don't push yourself farther, faster than you need to be. Everything is going to come. Everything is going to line up at the perfect divine right moment. It's your job this year to give yourself a year of healing, of coming back to yourself, of just rejuvenating your energy, of more ease, so that with intention, you can build this next chapter out for yourself. And you absolutely will, but it has to be on your terms.
Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense. I
Woo!
appreciate it.
Oh
Oh,
my
I
goodness.
appreciate you so much.
Yay. Oh, awesome. Anybody listening, if you want to book a reading with me, check out the show notes below. I would absolutely love, love, love to have you on the show for a reading. We've got a whole new link and some new information in the show notes that I think you're going to love. Thank you, Carrie, so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been amazing. I really
Oh,
appreciate
you
it.
too. You
Oh.
too. Mwah.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're feeling a renewed sense of clarity and a deep connection to the angelic guidance that surrounds you right here, right now. If you need help hearing and working with your angels, join me in the membership for an experience unlike any other. If you're seeking personal insights, book a reading with me. Each reading brings you the loving, positive messages your angels and loved ones in heaven need you to hear right now. And if you're ready to unleash your hidden gifts and transform your path into one of soulful abundance, develop all your spiritual gifts to the max in my Angel Reiki School in person in OakBrook, Illinois, April 11th through the 13th, 2025. This immersive experience isn't just about learning. It's your gateway to unlocking your intuition to its fullest potential, learning the skills of how to bring through angel messages for others, mediumship, and you're going to become an energy healer too. All of this all in one weekend at the Angel Reiki School in person. If you can't attend in person, we have an 8-week online program with live Saturday calls. Graduates say the Angel Reiki School gives them an advantage in their personal and professional lives. After completing the program, your heightened intuition becomes a tool you will use for the rest of your life. Whether you're launching your own healing business or elevating your current career, you'll operate from a place of deep wisdom and clarity. Your decisions will be guided by a divine insight that sets you apart, opening doors to opportunities that truly resonate with your passion for healing and soulful, abundant living. For more details, please visit theangelmedium.com and go to the Angel Reiki School tab. I'm Julie, and I can't wait to guide you on this remarkable journey. Until next time, keep radiating your unique, beautiful energy into this world and listening to your angels. I love you, friends.